Hey there, my friends. How are ya? I am Trucker Ray. If you're here for the first time, welcome. It's good to have you here. I am a truck driver that drives the highways of North America, and I love to share the scenery, the areas that I go through, and I love to share the gospel of Yeshua, Jesus Christ our Lord. So yep, I am a Christian truck driver that doesn't have a problem sharing his beliefs, as well as God's beautiful countryside. And if you have been here before and you are a regular, welcome back. It's really good to have you here. Currently, I am on Highway 1 right now, just east of Yale, and we're making our way to Taber, Alberta, with a load of sugar. And this is a heavy load, and the reason why I am going through the canyon, the Fraser Canyon, because we're at 55 or 56,000 pounds, and we've been going through one heck of a heat wave. Right now it's 40 where I'm at right now, and it's probably just as hot, if not warmer, going up the Coquihalla Highway. And I did not want to pull this trailer. This is a Tridem. It's a heavy one. I did not want to pull this up the Coquihalla Highway, risking the chance of it overheating, blowing a hose. And if you blew a hose, well, you can't use your air conditioning, and you can't use the APU to give you air conditioning. You would have a problem. So I figured, you know what? I just asked dispatch, can I go this way through the canyon? I know it's an extra hour. I don't need the extra mileage. I just rather go through this way. It's just, I didn't want to take a chance of overheating. So anyway, so that's why we're going this route. So if you have not been to this channel before and you have not seen this scenery, the Highway 1 through the Fraser Canyon, you're in for a real treat, because it's really gorgeous through here. What are we doing after we get out of Taber? I don't know yet. I haven't figured that out yet, but let's just make it through the canyon today, and we'll figure out probably what we're going to be doing tomorrow or the next day. I'm over here at Craigalanchi. They call this the last spike because apparently here was driven the last spike completing the Canadian Pacific Railway from ocean to ocean, November 7, 1885. And I'm assuming this is part of the railway that indeed had the last spike. One thing I've always wanted to do, it's on my bucket list, is to either ride a train or drive a train. That would be amazing. And you know something, as a truck driver, if you don't take just short little opportunities like this to enjoy the places where you stay, your job becomes a job. And I'd like to say my job is more of an adventure than anything. Unfortunately, there's a rumor that this may not look the same in a couple of years because the 4-lane highway is coming through here and they may end up moving this or demolishing it and moving it to a different location. I really hope that's not the case because it's really nice here. When you got the river over here. I like the idea of the 4-lane highway, but I don't like the idea of them ruining this. I hope they leave this alone. I'm gonna head back over to my truck and do my pre-trip. And we got about 8 hours to get to Tabor. I think, maybe less, I don't know. With that heavy load, probably 8 hours. just east of the downtown core of Golden, making my way in the switchbacks here that go through Kicking Horse Canyon. And I guess I just wanted to give you guys a ride through here for those of you that are familiar with this route on what they're doing here, because they are in the process of 4-laning this. And I think there's certain times at night where they have the entire road shut down and you have to go all the way around. You got to go down to Radium and 93 and everything. It's just a bit of a mess. It's about an hour delay out of the way, but they are doing some pretty amazing work here. Considering that cliff is a 1,500-foot drop down into the ravine. They're gonna put us. I'm not sure if they have alternating traffic here or what they're doing here, but I think it looks like we're gonna be able to go all the way through. So I just figured I'd give you a little bit of a view of what's going on in Kicking Horse Canyon here as for their 4-laning. I do believe they're going to, like, the S-turns that go through. I am guessing, from what I've seen on some blueprints, and I don't know if those are the final blueprints, they're going to have a bridge going straight across, but several little bridges, like little pontoon-style bridges going across. And that is going to be interesting to see how that works out, and that will be a bit stressful driving over that, considering how far down of a drop it is. Because if you were to stand on the edge over here and look down, there's a train track down there that looks like a toy. See, here we go. See this? You can see where they're building a bridge here right across. Wow. Wonder what that's going to be like when they complete that. Now, if you can get a little look, I don't know if you can see down there. See the train down there? Look at the ravine down there, the train down there. It looks like a little toy. That's quite a drop. That is a drop. So it's quite amazing what they're doing here. So, see how it curves to the left here? Looks like they're going to have a bridge going straight across. That's incredible what they're doing here. Now I'm starting to see what they're doing here. Just amazing. So they won't be all these turns anymore. It'll be pretty well straight across. I'm not sure if it's going to be both lanes going straight across, or maybe the westbound lane or eastbound lane going straight across, and the eastbound lane might be still like this. But this is a very big project. Very big and very expensive. Big crane like that. How on earth did they get that thing here? It's so narrow to come through here. Very narrow to come through here, but yet they managed to get these big cranes here. I would be so nervous with a crane on the side of the edge like that. How stable can this cliff be? Well, I pray, you know what? I just want to pray right now, Lord, that you protect these construction workers for what they're doing. I mean, we're right on the edge of a cliff here. Lord, I just pray things go well for them. The bedrock and the side of this mountain here will be stable for them, for what they're doing. Well, we made it into Tabor. And I got another 6 minutes to go, and I can finally get rid of this trailer. Ah, man, I feel like I've been dragging this thing around for a week. Just crawling up those hills with such a heavy load in the heat. Yeah, I'm really, really thankful to God that I made it here. I know some other guys that are having issues. I was talking to my buddy Barry. His reefer just quit on his trailer. He's trying to get it back to the new ass yard before everything goes bad in there. He's going to try to restart it actually when he's at a brake check. Hope that worked out for him, or works out for him. Yeah, and as well, my trip that I wanted to make to the IO80, the Walcott Trucker Jamboree, it does not look like it's going to happen. I was trying to get a load hopefully down to Texas and then get loaded up there and come back and then hit it on the way, but it doesn't seem like it's going to work out. The load I have next is going to Phoenix. Unless they have a reload out of Phoenix that's going to, say, Regina or Toronto, I don't see myself making it there this year, which is a bit of a disappointment. I was really hoping to make it because I thought it would have been some good exposure for the company, or and just have a chance to meet some of you guys and also show you what the Jamboree is all about. That would have been fun. Would have been my first year there, but it was not meant to happen. Unless they do something out of Phoenix, I don't know if I'm going to get down there. But you know what? It is what it is. Just the thought of them wanting to help me get down there was pretty cool. A lot of companies would have just said, no, don't have time for that. But they did make the effort. It just didn't pan out. Just didn't pan out, unfortunately. So I'm gonna head over to Morgan Holdings. That's our drop yard, and I'm gonna drop this trailer, and then I am gonna bobtail over to the Walmart and get some supplies over there, and then bobtail down to Purple Springs, where our loaded trailer of fries are, and then I'm going to make my way down to Milk River and park it there for the night, because I did not take my 10 consecutive hours off last night. I only took 9 because I didn't expect to cross the border today. So we will be taking that. We'll make our way down to Milk River. We'll take our 10 off, and then we'll be able to cross the border tomorrow, and by that time our load should have cleared customs anyway. So there you have it. Well, we are in Milk River. I was gonna go park in that area down near the border, and I thought to myself, I don't really know if I want to park it there. Reason being, the load hasn't cleared. It hasn't cleared yet. It hasn't cleared the border yet. So I don't know how long I'm going to be sitting there. And there is a porta-john there, but, and I don't mean to be gross to people, but they're not the most pleasant to use when you have excessive heat. It is actually pretty gross. So I would rather just park it here, and I want to make sure my printer works, and I'm going to actually test it tonight while I'm making my dinner to make sure. I did change the ink on it, so I got that all done. But in the event the printer doesn't want to work properly, I can print it, get it printed here. But yeah, no, at least here you got a bathroom. I don't know how long it'll take for it to clear. It could clear tonight. I don't know. But I would rather just wait it out here. Make sure it prints, or should I say it clears the border. Yeah, I'd be okay right here. And that's the store there, where we can normally get our manifests in this I'll be far enough away from the stop sign where I won't be obstructing anybody. Oh, so let's just do, I've already done an inspection on this thing, but you gotta legally do this, at least a 5-minute post trip on your truck and trailer, which I will do. And in the morning I will do an extensive look at my trailer, made sure my seal hasn't been tampered with, made sure you look around the truck. You got to look around the truck and just make sure no one's trying to stash anything on your truck to take across the border, drugs or whatever it is. You just can't take those chances, because if you get stopped at the border and there's something on your truck or your trailer, they're not going to answer. They're not going to ask questions and expect even answers from you. They're just going to throw you in jail. And then, yeah, that's the sad thing. You really got to be vigilant when it comes to protecting yourself. And even to the point where I'm going to start wearing a body camera when I go to shippers and receivers, just to make, or more of shippers, because if they load your trailer and they don't let you on the dock, I want to get that documented, so you can at least prove if something ends up in the back of your trailer without your knowledge. But normally you should be able to check your load to make sure the load securement is done right, so I can still at least get a chance to go in there. If they know that I'm recording what's going on in the trailer, chances are they're not going to do anything stupid. But anyway, it does happen out there. There's been people that have come across the border that have been nailed for drug smuggling, even though they say they know nothing about it. I would just say be extra careful. Be extra careful, because it's your hide. Just checking my trailer because I'm so close to the border. You always need to check it to make sure no one stashed anything on it. I already checked that this morning. Right in the chute too. You can put something in the cracks. And the place I like to look in, the little places up in here. Looks good. You just never know when someone's gonna try. I mean, they see my plate, they probably think, oh, he's crossing the border. So, can't be too careful. But I think everything looks okay. Yeah, You got to really cover yourself, cover your back, like I was telling you last night. Never take it for granted that everything's okay. Always visually look yourself, and if you can, use your iPhone or your phone or a camera just to show and verify in case you go across the border and something was stashed. You can say, hey, look, I did a thorough look this morning and here's the video of it. So yeah, you can never be too careful, like I say. I don't like to repeat myself, but those are important words. Well, we have received clearance to go across the border. So we got another 4 minutes left until our shift. We get our 10 hours back, or our 11 hour, 14 hours back. And then I'll do the complete pre-trip on the trailer. I mean, I already did a pre-trip on everything just to make sure everything's good. I volunteered to do it. Some might say, are you allowed to do that? Why not? I can walk around in the trailer anytime I want. It's on my own time. I just check the tires, thump the tires, make sure they're good. And then if there's a flat, I can call it in and say, there's a flat on this trailer and I'm not eating my on duty hours. Sitting here waiting, because I've done that before where I've started my clock. Go outside, check it, 1 or 2 tires are flat. Great. Takes 2 hours for a maintenance guy to get here to change my tires. Now I just lost 2 hours of my day. So, anyway, that's what I do. That's what I do. Beautiful morning out here in Milk River. Absolutely stunning. Says it's 32 degrees out here, but I don't think it's 32 yet because I think that's just the engine heat. But we'll be making our way over to the border soon. We already printed out our manifest. Our printer's working again. One thing I wanted to make mention too, always make sure you know exactly when paperwork on your trailers are expiring. Because yesterday I made my way to the shipper, picked up my trailer, checked the insurance papers. They were expiring yesterday night. Last night, midnight was the expiry. So ahead of time, because I knew that the insurance is being renewed on trailers and trucks, I called the guy in maintenance and I said, or in safety, who deals with all the insurance papers, can you please send me a copy of this trailer's insurance in the event that this one is expired? I actually called him before I went to pick up this trailer, and sure enough, it was expired. So he sent it to me. Another reason why it's good to have a printer in your truck. He sent it to me, I printed it out. Now it's back in the trailer, now everything's legit. Always check your insurance papers, always. I say that because I see guys all the time picking up trailers in yards and they never check that tube. They never check their insurance papers. And I wonder how many trailers are running around in the US right now with expired or no paperwork at all. I've actually picked up trailers where there's no paperwork at all in the tube. I'm like, where'd it go? Sometimes people vandalize, they take it and throw it away. And then when you pull over at a scale, they do a level 1, they don't see any paperwork in there. You get a fine or a citation for not doing a proper pre-trip in the morning, because you would have known that paperwork was gone if you would have done that, if you would have done a proper pre-trip. So again, cover your own butt, do it right. As they used to say with Quaker Oats, do the right thing. It'll stick to your ribs and warm you up. Can you imagine cereal sticking to your ribs? Like, how do they get to your ribs? It goes into your stomach. Anyway. Well, we just made it across customs, and it's so funny. They have the U.S. Customs has an x-ray machine there. Now, every once in a while, they get you to go through. And you don't just park there and the x-ray machine goes, you got to drive through there at 10 to 12 kilometers an hour. Actually, he said the faster you go through, the better. And it's very narrow through that little barn there. sometimes you gotta, if you don't go through fast enough, you gotta go around and do it again, and then you can get the customs guys frustrated and everything else. So now I go through as fast as I can through there without hitting anything, of course. And yeah, it's funny. I've never seen an X-ray machine that makes you go that, you have to drive that fast through it. But yeah, I guess they just want to make sure there's nothing or nobody. I don't know if it's a thermal X-ray machine or what, but I'm pretty sure they can see right into those boxes, and they can see that there are fries in there. So yeah, that's why he asked me ahead of time, what do you got in there? French fries. Okay. So, but normally the American customs are pretty nice. I was asked before, why don't I ever have the cameras rolling when I go through customs? And after I'm repeating myself to others that have been watching the videos for a while, I apologize for the newbies. You just don't want to have your cameras rolling when you're going through customs. It really irritates them, especially if they see the little light on, and they don't want to be recorded. They just don't. Unless you have their authority, they don't. So I leave the cameras off. They basically just ask you where you're going. Do you have any guns? Do you have any weapons? Do you have any drugs? Do you have any tobacco? How long are you going to be in the U.S.? Yeah, little things like that. You give them all the right answers, and they let you through, no problem. I've really never had any issue getting into the U.S. I've had a few guys really thoroughly, almost felt like an interrogation. But you know, some of them act tough, but a lot of the time they're pretty nice. I'm about 10 miles, I believe, from the Idaho border. And looks like we're going to get a little bit of a rain shower here. I mean, a lot. I can see the traffic coming the other way with limited visibility from the rain coming down. We're going to go into it pretty quick here. We're doing pretty good for time. I'm going to try to make it to the AM Best in Twin Falls, Idaho. There's a little AM Best there called Eden. Haven't been there in a while. But this is nice to get a little bit of rain here. Give the windshield a good clean. Cool things down. Wow, it's down to 17 degrees. It was 30 10 minutes ago. It almost dropped half the temperature that quick. That's amazing. Well, it's actually not raining as bad as I thought. I think it's because it's windy. It is very windy out here as well. But I did see some lightning strikes as well, so that's to be expected when you get that kind of a heat wave. Another thing I wanted to mention too, just very sad to hear about a town that I drove through a day ago, through the canyon, Linton. Yesterday, just went up in flames, the whole town. Something sparked a fire, and because the winds were so high through there yesterday, most of that town has been destroyed. And that's really sad, because I went through there 24 hours ago, maybe 36 hours ago, and it's gone. It's just very shocking. Really feel bad for those poor people. I really pray that nobody got hurt in that. But it just goes to show you, Linton had the highest temperature in all of North America for 5 days. It was right around 50. And it was breaking records left and right. So you could just imagine how dry everything was in that little town. And it didn't take much. Rumor has it, it might have been the spark of a wheel from a train that went by. Nobody knows yet. I don't know, how do you track that? And because it engulfed the town so quick, it's because the winds were so high. And yeah, that's just terrible stuff. Terrible stuff. Look at that lightning strike. My condolences goes out to everyone that live in that little town for what they lost. They probably lost everything that they had. And it's just really, really sad. Well, this area here is called Craters of the Moon. And this actually goes as far as we're on US 20 right now. This actually goes as far as the I-15. There's a rest area at the I-15 where you see all of this. And what it is, I believe it is all lava, maybe from an underground volcano, and we're not seeing a whole lot of it at the second here. Just give me a chance to get over this hill a little bit. As you can see over to the left, all that dark, that's all the lava. And they call this Craters of the Moon, but this is all from an underground volcano, which is pretty amazing. Because there isn't any obvious areas where this came down from. It just came from underneath the Earth's surface. So for those of you that have never seen this before, it's pretty cool to look at. And it goes on quite a distance. I'll drive with you for about a minute and a half here or so, and I'll show you. I know you guys are hearing a lot from me today. I guess I just feel like yakking today. I don't know what's wrong with me. But you can see it. You can see it on the right too, but there's a lot of shrubs that are on it. But some of the thicker, more denser lava rock, you can see it. It's just the dark stuff. And it goes on and on and on. Yeah, it's it's quite amazing. And I guess when you have that, you really can't grow anything. So this area is what we would consider in Canada the Badlands, because there's nothing you can do with the soil. There's nothing you can do with it. Good morning, everyone. I'm just checking a few of my emails. Got a nice email from Mary Dwyer, letting me know to be careful heading to the desert area. Made sure I got a lot of water. Mary, I always have a cooler filled with water plus a 24 pack sitting up on top of my sleeper on my top bunk, which I already told you in an email, so thank you, darling. This is, look at how fast that guy's going. Wait until he realizes he can't turn left. This is that funny truck stop where you go this way and you can't turn left. You gotta go all the way around. And he just came to a complete stop. He just realized it. Now he's got his four-ways on and he's turned. Anyway, there is a sign over there when you fuel up. Exit this way, exit that way. Had a really good rest last night. It was really nice and cool. It was a beautiful weather out here, nothing to complain about, and it's going to be another warm one today. I wanted to share something quickly with you guys. I've been working on a way so I can take you guys into places like truck stops and into Walmart when I go shopping, and I have made a little mechanism here that it's literally fastened to my safety vest, and it's one of my GoPros, and it's not great when you're walking because it always goes like this and you look like you're walking like a penguin, but when you're looking at certain things, I might try my other camera on it because it's got better stability. This GoPro Session 5 doesn't have the greatest it just doesn't have very good stability, so I will try this one for a while, but I may just switch it over and put that one on it when I go into places like Walmart and go shopping, when it's going to take me a little bit longer. I think you guys would probably enjoy that if I took you into places like that. The shippers, the receivers, any place but customs, of course, just to give you more of an inside view of what I do when I'm not in the truck. So that's why I made this. So let's hope that works out really well. So anyway, we're going to make our way to Kingman, Arizona today. Maybe a little bit further, I don't know. But right now, I'm going to head outside and double check my trailer. I've done my pre-trip, but I went into the shower and I came back and I just want to double check and make sure everything looks good on the trailer before we leave. See what I'm talking about? Look at this beautiful day here. Just absolutely stunningly gorgeous. Looking forward to today's drive. It's going to be hot. And here we are, my dear friends. One of the most amazing views you'll ever see. And I have conveniently placed a camera on the right-hand side so you can get a look at this amazing view of the Snake River. And that down there, my friends, is a long way down. And there's even a golf course down there if you look. And just east of us is the location, not too far, is the location where Evel Knievel attempted to jump over the Snake River. And I don't think he didn't make it, but he didn't die. We all know that. But still, isn't that just amazing? The first time I drove over this, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You got butterflies and everything. I couldn't believe it. But every time I drive over it now, if you have a fear of heights, you get over it pretty fast going through there. my friends, I have made it to the Basin Foods in Alamo, Nevada. And I'm gonna stop here and pick up a few supplies that I need. I wanted to pick up some cheese, because you can get it here a really good deal. And I'm gonna get some eggs, and I need some apples. It's a nice little market here, very friendly people, really nice inside. I'll take you guys inside when I park the truck. But I'll tell you something, there's a lot of suicidal people driving out here today. I've had several people pass me when vehicles were coming the other way, where I almost had to pull off the side of the road, or the person coming the other way would have been killed. A lot of dangerous people. Just ridiculous the way they drive. No care at all for the people that they're almost trying to drive into a ditch. The cheese is the first one. Look at this. Look at this big block of cheese. $5.99. Something like that in Canada. That's $12.50. That's $15 right there. You guys have eggs here?
Yeah, they'll be down in the fridge.
Okay, thank you. Okay, they got eggs. That's good. Look at these nice big apples. Oh, they're beautiful. And I tell you one thing, I really would love some ice cream, but I'm on a diet right now. There's the eggs. 2 for $3. Wow, what a deal. Good deal. Should have got it. Whoa, almost. Oh, I just lost one. That ain't good. That's not good. Well, I'm not going to put them back. I'll have to buy them. I was looking inside the eggs to make sure they're all good, and one of them popped out and fell on the ground. I'm going to still buy the dozen, but
I'll grab it. Thank you.
I'm sorry about that. Hi. Which side do you need? This side? Sorry. Do you have tap on here?
You do.
Okay. Thank you. Well, I'll go up this way. Boy, do I feel like a jackass dropping that egg like that. We have made it into Kingman. 10 hours and 13 minutes of driving today, which is good. Which will leave me about a 3-hour drive tomorrow to my destination. And I am going to stop at this Petro for the night. They had several opportunities to stop at the Love's back behind me, the TA, Pilot, Flying J, but I just decided Gonna get as far out of town as possible. They got a lot of parking spots at this particular Petro. Probably will have a decent chance of getting parking in there. This isn't like one of the typical Petros that has nothing but reserved parking. This one here, I believe, has a lot of free parking, which is a good thing. I can't remember if I've been to this one before.
45 minutes driving time remaining.
Yeah, so we would have had 45 minutes left, but there really isn't anywhere. You're not really going to pull out in front of me, are you, buddy? I hope not. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Probably get a spot away in the back somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised. But that's okay. It doesn't matter to me. That's twice now my GPS has restarted itself. I don't know what it's doing. That Garmin has been messing up big time lately. Got a spot right there. Is that a reserve? Oh, there's plenty of spots here. Plenty of spots here. Nice temperatures out here. I always lock my door, even when I'm doing a post trip, because you don't know. Someone's gonna open up your door and look in the obvious places. Fuel, what's it at? Can't see it. I'll check that in a minute. Pretty sure it's okay though. Everything looks good on the trailer, and yeah, I'm just gonna relax for the rest of the evening and pull some files off the cameras and just enjoy this weather. It's kind of nice. It's a nice cool breeze out there. It's still warm, but that's kind of what it's like in the desert. During the day, it's very, very hot. At night, it cools right down, and it's very, very, very comfortable. I can feel the breeze just coming in. It's very, very nice. So, just getting relaxed for the evening. Take her easy, and we'll catch up with you guys in the morning. Good night. morning, gang. I am leaving a little bit later than I normally do because I don't really have to be there until 2. And by the time I get there, it'll be about 2. I got to stop at a Flying J, top everything up, make sure my reefer is all topped up because I don't know how long it'll be sitting there. You never know, it could be delayed. They may not get to it till tomorrow because I'm just dropping the trailer and picking up a loaded one. That's why I like going to Martin Brower. It's in and out real quick. Normally. Generally it is. So, and then we will have to hit, like I said, a Flying J on the way and just make sure everything's all topped up. And then hunt for an empty trailer, and I think we're going to be heading to California with the empty. I haven't gotten the confirmation yet, but that's what they're kind of working on. They're waiting to hear back from Loblaws to see what they're ordering. I'm not sure what's happening. I don't want to keep bugging them about it, but I will probably phone them maybe, I don't know, maybe in a couple hours and say, hey, do we know what's going on? I'm almost there. Yeah. Had a good rest last night. You know, this is so funny. I love feeding the birds, and then this morning, that's a decent sized parking lot there. There's a lot of ravens and a lot of crows and a lot of pigeons in that parking lot at the TA over there, or the Petro rather. And I had about maybe a quarter loaf of bread that was expiring in about 3 days, so I figured, you know, I'll just give them something. And I noticed that I had a big box of bran flakes sitting up there, and it still was good until I think September. And I'm like, you know what? I'm probably not going to eat this entire box. I'm going to give it to the birds. So I poured a whole box. It was a big box. Big mound of it right near the garbage cans. 20 minutes later, it was all gone. I couldn't believe how fast those pigeons ate it. The crows and ravens went in there and ate all the raisins. But no, I can't believe how fast those pigeons ate that bran. They really like the bran. Pretty funny. Well, it's 32 degrees Celsius right now, and we'll be making our way back onto the 93 shortly. Yeah, looking forward to some beautiful countryside as usual. Every time I come through Arizona, it's lovely countryside. And God is good, God is amazing. And I hope we have a productive day today. This is what I'm hoping for. Drop this trailer, get the new one washed out at a Blue Beacon if it's not too busy, and make my way into California. That's what I'm hoping for today. It's a warm one out here, 40 degrees Celsius. It's hot, 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 hot in Phoenix. Yeah, I don't know, I can't really tell because I got the air conditioning going and it feels pretty good. It's nice in here. The temperature, I don't know what the temperature is inside my truck, but it's very nice. So, we're not quite at Martin Brower yet. We are going to hit, as I said earlier, we're going to stop at this Flying J up here and top all our fluids up. We have might as well take care of that. I mean, I could easily top up everything on my truck on the way out, but I want to make sure the reefer is full. Just in case, as I mentioned before, they want to leave it sitting for a little while. It'll have plenty of fuel. Alright, because I already did the app on my thing here, my code is 896. What I normally do, I got an accent again. 896490. So that's what you can do on this little app here. You can actually set it up exactly what you want. It gives you a code and you just punch in that code. So I said I want regular diesel, reefer, and DEF. Put it all through, it gets approval, and then it gives you this little number, and that's the number you put in your on the pump, as you will see. I always use my knuckle. I never use my fingers. I would use my gloves on that, but I always end up hitting two buttons at once. It's a warm one out here today. All right, 85 gallon. That's good enough. You don't need any more than that. Nice and windy out here today. I got here anyway. Oh, quarter tank. Wow, good timing. And on these reefers, I always put it on just the first notch, because these tanks are so small. Well, there's not a whole lot of room to drop a trailer around here. They're busy. But you never know. They could put me in a door right away. Whew, it's a warm one. I hope they can hear me knocking on there. Hello. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Warm, it's hot out there.
Yeah. Okay, check in on this kiosk first.
Check in on this. Visitor name.
Please wear a mask. Temperature is normal.
Really?
Good for you.
Yeah.
I hope I have a hat on.
After standing out there at 40-degree temperatures, it's saying my temperature is normal. I'm like, are you kidding? It's hot out. It's hot out there. I have.
Your field is good?
Yes, it is. Just topped it up. Okay, so do you want me just to drop it where I'm sitting?
Oh yeah, you're on the street.
I'm on this one, but just further down.
On 55th. You're not blocking anything. You're on the street.
No, I'm on that side about 50 feet from the stop sign, but I'm on that side.
That's okay.
Okay? Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Have a
Take
good
care,
day,
man.
sir.
Yeah, you bet.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Hi. Okay. There you go. All you got to do is drop the trailer, go get our empty, and we're out of here. You see what I'm talking about? You see how much I like coming to this place? It's really nice. We're good. Always double check and make sure both legs came down on your landing gear. I've done it before where one came down only. Whew. You don't turn your truck off when you're dropping your trailer out here or anywhere where it's this warm, 47 degrees Celsius. I thought it was 40, it's higher. Okay. It's hot today. I'm not gonna say that anymore. Ugh. Okay, so we're gonna head over and find our empty, and then we're gonna, I have my back load. We are going to California. We're going to Prime Time International, and some of you might say, oh no, that place is terrible. You gotta wait so long. I'm sorry about the high pitch of voice. I don't know what that's all about, but yeah, the first few times I went there, I had to wait a long time until I figured out what they do. First come, first serve, but your load usually isn't ready until after 4. So the trick, show up after 4. Then you only have to wait about a few hours. Don't show up any sooner than that, or you will be waiting all day. One time I showed up at 7 a.m., 8 a.m., first come, first serve, sat all day until I figured it out. Wait a minute, never get these trailers loaded until about 6 or 7 or sometimes 8 o'clock. Something's wrong with this picture. Yeah, I figured it out. All right, so I guess we can go up this way and then go back around the other way because my trailer's over there and it's pointing this way. Well, my friends, I made it as far as Coachella. I decided to stop here at the TA because I got about 3.5 hours to go before I get to Somis for my pickup for Monday. Now, considering it's Saturday night, I figured, why don't I just relax and then I can get a full reset in, because I don't have to be at Primetime International. For those of you that know that place, the best time to get your produce is after 4. I don't have to be there until 4. So that means I will have time to do a full reset and still make it down there in time, which sounds great to me because I can pick up this load, because right now I've got 20 hours left. So I would be able to pick up my load and I'd be able to roll my hours and make it back to Calgary. This way, if I fully reset, not only will I have enough hours to make it back to Calgary, I'll have enough to grab a load and come back the other way, but I'll probably have to reset once I'm out here, or roll my hours to get back to Vancouver or Calgary, wherever they send me. So we're gonna do a reset here. Why not? Look at this beautiful view, and this is pretty amazing too. There's a casino right here. I'm not sure what it's called, and they are going to have a fireworks display right here in front of us. Like literally right here in front of us is where they're setting it up. You got the trucks coming in with the supplies, and they are setting it up, and the show is supposed to start about 9 p.m. tonight, which is in another 8 what a show. That was like 20 minutes of amazing fireworks. There were people coming from all over the place, parking in all the spots over here at the truck stop. Front seats right here. Boy, it's raining down ashes right now. Man, what a show that was. I hope you guys enjoyed that. For you and the USA, I know you're getting this delayed, but happy 4th of July. I love you all.